Hey guys, and welcome to part 7 of the Sonic Unleashed playthrough. We have finished off Dragon Road Night and we're heading back into China. Here's Brenda that I was mentioned before. Here's your American journalist. This essentially is just a quiz. She asks you a bunch of questions and you're gonna answer them correctly.
Okay.
But some of them are very weird.
I know something. It's all over your face.
It's just she's basically this game's equivalent of Lois Lane. That's all it is.
But I bet she doesn't put herself in danger all the time.
Nah, I doubt that at all.
What a scoop!
I just had to put it in. I just had to. I like that. What was the name of the creature that's in the chord? Shadow's one of the answers.
That's the only reference he's getting in this game.
How does she know all this? Like, she's asking questions that we should be knowing. How do you know this, Brenda? Who's behind the planet? Dr. Milkman. I am the Milkman.
I thought that Mr. Milkman looked a bit suspicious down the road.
What if it was the Milkman from Father Ted?
Father Ted.
Do you not remember that one? One season 3 episode where Dougal gets a job as a milkman, but because the original one was getting all the lasses in the village pregnant.
I never watched Father Ted.
That's the only episode I watched. It was kind of hilarious. Basically, the old man does his dirty business, then the father finds out about it, gets him sacked, and he's pissed about it, so what does he do? Dougal, who then gets the job, is unfortunately planted with a bomb on the vehicle, which if he goes about lower than 4 miles an hour, it will blow.
Oof.
As retaliation for getting fired at his job. Back to Spagonia, folks. Yeah, loading screens. Nobody likes them.
I love that little sort of gamepad thing that Tails always like carries about.
Again, that would be cool if Nintendo made a Wii U gamepad, especially for Lost World.
Yeah. Which is kind of, I get the feeling they were trying to sort of like go along with that, since that sort of like tablet was like featured quite a lot in the game.
Mm-hmm. And what you saw there was not a glitch, folks. If you home attack the rail just at the right moment, you will go acceleratingly fast. Because again, in the hub world, your speed is cut down tremendously. That's not a problem. My problem with Unleashed is like when the controls for daytime Sonic when you're going really fast is spot on. It's when you have to slow down, it's a bit slippery.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they finalized that in Generations. Pum 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 pum. What kind of laugh is that, Professor? You need to see a psychiatrist. You're fucking nuts. So now the professor has essentially told us we can now go into some daytime stages.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, without a doubt, the daytime stages are the best part in the game. Oh, there's Lee's pigeons. Fuck off.
Fuck off.
If Lee was a playable hedgehog, he would do that. Run up to him. Fuck off.
Fuck off.
What do you think all these random texts are on that load screen?
It's like, is it binary codes?
Well, if it was binary, it'd be in zeros and ones. Yes, we're going back to school, folks. Get your computer class notes ready. And here's our next upgrade, the wall jump shoes.
They look like they have like a couple of springs on the bottom of the shoes, don't they?
Yeah, they do, but that'd be some shit actually. If you get all the cosmetic upgrades that look different, like you see here, they've got springs on them, and then the stomping shoes are full of metal. But as Sonic collects them, they don't appear. Anyway, with the wall jump shoes, now we can again wall jump.
It's funny how Mario can wall jump without even needing the use for springs.
Well, here it's an upgrade, but then after colors on and onwards, it became a default move for Sonic.
You got a book.
An art book. This essentially is a collectible where you can look at behind the scenes artwork of the stages of character models, whether it's the hedgehogs and the characters themselves or the civilians in the town. Again, look at all the unique Pixar-like designs of them. We.
Be like a fun wee tourist ride or something.
If you know how to keep your balance. Oh, here's a stage you're probably familiar with, Colin. Back to Generations.
Oh, yes.
Rooftop Run.
I'm going to be perfectly honest, I don't know if it's just nostalgia, but I prefer the daytime stages to Unleashed rather than Generations.
Why's that?
I don't know. It's weird. I just seem to kind of prefer. There's just something about it. I just prefer the daytime stages to Unleashed compared to Generations.
Well, that's a bit odd considering that ever since I've known you, I thought you would always be the one that, I'd rather have a balance of certain gimmicks rather than one over the other. Like, this is all mostly boost with less emphasis on platforming, compared to Generations, which was a balance between the two. So what do you have to say about anything else you have to say about the daytime stages here?
I will say that, like coming from Sonic 06, I bet, like, this looks insanely fast for people, like, when they first saw it, like, whoa.
I mean, they have an engine that can go up this fast as well.
Yeah, because I don't think there's ever been, like, a game that's ever went this fast before.
Aye, at the time. Yeah, this is how you do it properly, Colin.
You've played this game too many times, Andrew.
Well, you know me, I like to update my records from time to time. I mean, it's called Boost to Win, so... And this, comparing this level to when they brought it back in Generations, it's... the Generations one's much shorter.
Yeah, it is.
And some of the sequences are out of place. Like, I don't recall this skydiving bit right here in Generations.
No, I don't think it's in it.
Like, they used this interior for, like, the classic Sonic stage, if I remember.
I always thought that running animation was a bit weird.
There was me trying to attempt a shortcut, but nah, I have to take the long way. At least I got a nice black record to go with it.
Sonic's like, I'll listen to that when I get home.
Then again, if you had MP4 players, you wouldn't be able to hear it because of all the whooshing sound effect.
Yeah.
Another thing I don't like about the Generations modern style is that when you're boosting, it does that whooshy wind sound effect with the music and you can't hear it.
I know, like, it really distorts, like, the music that you really try to listen to when playing it.
Exactly. Especially when it's one of your favourite stages like this one. Rooftop Run is one of my favourites. Has proven in the Sonic Generations melody, courtesy of me, thank you very much.
Because see when people say Sonic Unleashed, this is the first stage that I think of.
I think the first one I think of is Windmill Isle, then this, then Dragon Road. When I hear people talk about Unleashed. And here's a bullshit moment. Yeah, how was I supposed to dodge that? Those barrels are completely random, folks. They're not strict. Sometimes they're wooden where you can burst right through them. Sometimes they're spikes. And you saw right there, that was free in the millions, and it was a no-win situation. A first for me, anyway. Now, we do not have the Lightspeed Dash as of yet, so we're gonna have to go take the long path. Wasn't the Lightspeed Dash default by Heroes?
I'm sure it was, yeah.
When did Sonic...
he took it away.
Why did he downgrade himself?
Oh wait, didn't you need to buy the Lightspeed Dash in Sonic 06 as well?
Yes, you did. Heroes was the last one before Colors. It was available from default.
It's like, Jesus Christ, Sonic, how do you keep losing that ability? Do you just sort of like leave it lying around somewhere and you forget to take it away?
Hey, take a look at Samus from Metroid. Explain how she loses all her upgrades in between games. Then again, if you started with all her gear at the beginning of the game, that would just make it too easy.
Yeah.
Fucking ball.
I think Sonic was just wanting to stop and admire the flowers.
Oh no, the funniest is in the Wii version. Actually, I saw it where if you run straight into a wall, he splats and then he falls back.
That is kind of like a wee nice attention to detail.
Again, all of these QT. This is where they introduced the QTs, where you need to bounce off certain things, like the walls here. And here it's not a do or die situation, but oh, believe me, when we get to the last few stages, it does become do or die. Again, the game tests your quick reflexes in this. Now, the goal about these free lane here, we saw them in our Generations playthrough, but the goal, in case Colin forgot to mention that, the goal to defeat these guys is, again, move with the quick step left and right to the corresponding one that's firing the lasers, and then boost the robot, the egg pawns, into them, and they'll destroy themselves, or they could just run into the walls like that. I mean, this section right here was at the end of Generations, but it was significantly shorter, not to mention the random egg carrier thing. You know, the one that fire the big lasers at you?
Mm-hmm.
Where if you were fast enough, it would spring out rings instead of a boost. There we go.
You love getting MS ranks, don't you?
Of course I do. Who do you think I am?
Yeah.
So that's the Spagonia key, but we're gonna go and get the boss later on. Again, the most I upgrade is the Werehog's move list, so I can defeat enemies a bit faster with the new move lists.
I take it you want to kind of like upgrade the Werehog like completely first before you go ahead and do Modern Sonic.
Yeah, because I want to try and be as maxed as I can, or at least strong as I can with the Werehog. Because again, at the beginning stages, the enemies are not so tough. It's when they get, you know, difficulty spike. You know, standard video games, enemies get tougher as you get further on.
Mm-hmm.
What do you make of Chip?
As in
as a character.
As a character.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind him personally. Like, I know that like some people kind of find him a wee bit annoying, but I don't mind him.
Is it not? Is there anything you didn't like at all about him? No, or just like, nah, he's okay. I can deal.
Like I can deal with him. He's just got a wee bit of a weird chocolate fetish.
Not so much. When does he get that chocolate bar?
I know, he just keeps pulling it out of his arse. It's not like you see him go to the shops and buy it, he just like whips it out of nowhere.
Then again, the Sonic characters have been known to do that. Now, good news folks, another daytime stage, we're heading back to China.
Jeez, these flights must cost a fortune.
Hey, we're flying on the tornado, which Tails doesn't need money. Hello, Fanny. What you got for sale, man? He's a gongya double.
We need to give Professor Pickle his souvenirs.
I should explain the souvenirs. The souvenirs basically are collectibles that you give to the professor, and if you give him a certain amount, he'll give you Sun and Moon medals.
What a generous guy.
Here's a little bonus cutscene I edited just for you guys. He's that.
I love Sonic's face here. He's like,
what? No. Poor Chip. Again, it shows that the developers will have at least had fun developing this game. Oh, here's the music that your dad was questioning.
Mm-hmm. He's like, Colin, what the fuck are you listening to?
Again, one of my favourite pieces. Right, let's head off to the second part of the hub world, where we're going to get our next upgrade for Sonic, the Air Boost. Now, remember I told you this at the beginning of part 1 where the homing attack was on the square button rather than the standard jump button twice?
Mm-hmm.
And I mentioned that at the beginning it's not a problem. This is where the adventure problem comes back, where they tie most things to one button. The Air Boost is the same button as the homing attack. So say if you want to do the homing attack, you won't be able to do it because you might accidentally do the Air Boost, sending you hurling to your death. And again, as it plainly says, the Air Boost, you can now press the square button while midair and boost still in the air. And it's weird actually when you play Unleashed so many times, you're used to being the home attack being the square button, then you go back to Generations, and then they fixed it and you're like, fuck. Right, here we are, Dragon Road, the China stage, which is, again, we're running on the Great Wall of China in this, folks. Which in itself is a very long walk. So you can imagine the satisfaction of going at the speed along the wall.
just speeding by all those tourists.
Nicking their wallets and energy drinks.
I think somebody just stole my wallet.
If anybody's seen the Sonic shorts, you'll know what we're talking about. I kind of miss them, actually.
Yeah, they've stopped making them now, haven't they?
I remember my favourite one was where it was based on an adventure where all the robots gathered around saying who's got the best frog, and the elevator, and they explain that why is it spinning and the Eggman flies off it. Now, about these loops here, you see these loop-de-loops with rings in the middle, all you need to do is just boost and then you'll instantly grab every single one of them.
Speaking of that Sonic shot where like one of the robots has like a laser gun that can kill Sonic, and then Dr. Eggman's like, interesting. Is this a frog? Then what use is it?
When he could have just ended his enemy right there.
Tell me, is this a frog? No. Then what use is it?
Does it have a tail? No! Oh, here, another dig move. That tower we just passed by, there's a moon medal in there. You have to stop and get it.
I will say, the speed in this level is, like, insane.
Aye. I mean, do you believe that when they advertised it, they said he was going up to, like, 300 miles per hour?
I think he's probably going even faster than that.
Right, here's an optional shortcut. You can take the lower path, or you can take the high path. Let's take the high path. Oh, fuck! Fuck! Shit! Okay, level layout. Don't fail me now, please, please! Ha ha ha!
You really saved yourself there.
Ha ha! In your face! Have you ever known that that rocket was there, actually?
I remember you showed me it once, like when you were sort of like just showing off like one of your records.
Because for the longest time I never knew that rocket was there. I always thought there was nothing at that point. I thought it would be an invisible wall that would force me down into the water. But nope. And here's another optional rocket you can take to skip all that. But one of those, that bit that would just skip by, there's 3 paths that you can choose. One of them has a sun medal. And at least this one they try to put some platforming in it, you know, good old fashioned platforming. Oh, again, Dragon Road Days, one of my favourite music pieces. I'm going to keep on saying that for a while on this LP, by the way, folks. These rockets here, they will home on you, but all you need to do is just keep on moving.
That looks like a homing shot.
Oh, fucking hell, I knew you were going to say that. Just knew you were going to fucking say that.
The moment was there.
Again, if you press the home attack too well, you will miss the rocket. Not to mention the air boost, which means you'll bounce off that pole. This guy. Remember this guy, Colin?
Oh, yes.
All you need to do, folks, is just run as fast as you can, because if he gets too close, he will go for physical attacks, which are near impossible to dodge. You'll get bomb warning signs that bombs are in the path. You just need to move with a quick step, and the lasers he fires at you, they're all in a conjunction line. So say, like, now he's firing his laser from the right, you just got to stay away from the right side of the path. And again, jump when he does the wave attack. And there you go, wait until he runs into a wall, and that's you done. There's our target. Goal ring.
Nice little jump you did there.
It's I like to do stuff like that. And there we go, another S rank. I am special.
Show off. That's what the S stands for.
No, the best was the back in Generations 1 when Lee was saying on the 3DS version he got D's all over the place.
Yeah.
That was the best. Anyway, as we conclude our journey in China, we'll see you in the next part, folks.